Okay, everybody, now it's time to make a custom shifter. This is the original shifter of the T5. This is the actual thing that was on there, the little rod. But I took it off because it's too close to the damn radio and it's too far from where I'm at. I mean, I could do it, but I'm gonna have my hand extended all the way, and I don't want to move my body from the seat. You know what I mean? It's just too far front. I want the shifter right here, so where I still have my elbow bent and I could work with it how I want. So what's gonna happen here is we're gonna make our own shifter. Okay, so I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make a plate that's gonna cover this. I'll probably use these holes that are here. Who knows? I don't know yet. And then after I make that plate of steel, I'm gonna weld an angle onto it, and then I'm gonna use this. This right here is a tie rod end from a 2000 Chevy Silverado 2-wheel drive. Okay, it's the outer tie rod end and the inner. I got these off of eBay. They're probably 20 bucks for the pair. It's the little cheap Chinese ones, but this is gonna give me all the movement that shifter will, the ball joint at the bottom. So once it's mounted to the actual angle down there, it's gonna give me all the pivots that shifter does. And then once I got that ready, because I want to put the center console back in here, the original one, I'm gonna cut this shifter like somewhere around here. I'm gonna put a bracket made out of tubing. I'm gonna make a C channel out of tubing, put a bolt through it, weld that bolt onto a rod that's gonna hook up to this freaking tie rod end. I know it sounds like a mission, but I'm gonna get it done, guys, and y'all are gonna see how this works. It's gonna be the first one that I've ever built, but I've seen it done. So all I need to know is how it's done, and then I can build it. So y'all bear with me. Let's start customizing this shifter. I'll cut y'all back on as progress keeps getting step by step. Here we go. Okay, step one. I cut at the shifter rod down, evened it out straight, and then I welded on this square tubing that has a hole drilled out on both sides. Okay, put it back on neutral. It's on neutral. Next, I got this rod. I believe the rod is 3/8, and I had these little pieces of steel from the original motor mounts that I built this engine. This is where the screw goes through on the original motor mount with the polyurethane bushings. So I used it here, and what this is gonna do is gonna slide in here, right? And I got my screws here. This is a 5/8. It's gonna go through one side. Line this sucker up. There it goes. I'm gonna get a longer screw. This is a 1.25 inch tubing, and I'm gonna get probably like a 2-inch screw because I got 1.5s and it's barely giving me any thread here, and that's not the way I want to do it. And then I'm gonna screw this one on here, and what I'm gonna wind up doing is welding the nut onto the square tubing so that it gives it more strength. So that's where I'm at right now. Okay, and you can see, it moves it to the sides too. Wait up. Of course, it's hard to do with one hand. See, it pivots it to the side too. So once I cut out the plate here, put the angle with my damn tie rod, it's gonna be like I got this shifter right here. It's gonna be cool, man. But I'm gonna keep y'all posted. It's already nighttime. I'll continue it tomorrow. Hopefully I'll finish it up tomorrow. I got everything I need, so One step at a time, we're getting it done. Okay, amigos, we're one step closer to the finish line on this shifter here. Okay, I got the tie rod mounted in there on the piece of angle that I got cut out here, and I drilled a hole. I put the actual tie rod through there. I had two tie rods. I used one nut through the inside and one through the outside to hold it right there in place and give it that gap, that spacing that I needed. I welded it onto I think this is a 16 gauge piece of flat bar here, and I'm covering up the actual hole where the transmission original shifter used to come out through. So this is gonna line up perfectly where the original shifter was. This rod here is from the original shifter to the Mercedes, so that when I'm gonna weld it in there, have it like that. So like that, I'm able to use the original Mercedes-Benz shifter, which is right here. Bad boy's gonna go over it. I can't press it in because then I won't be able to get it out. Okay, so it's gonna go like that, and I could, I'm gonna make another leather boot. I'll show y'all that as I keep progressing. Right now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drill some holes on this plate so that I can show y'all the shifter action of how this works, or to see if the damn thing is gonna work. Let me drill those holes out and bolt this bad boy in. I'll cut y'all guys back on, man. Okay, my YouTube amigos, here's the finished product of that custom shifter I made. I know it looks pretty hacked up, but you're not gonna be able to see none of this stuff. But let me show you how this works. Basically, I got the ball joint over here, and it's gonna mimic everything that shifter needs to do. So let me show y'all. So on neutral, we got my first, second, third, fourth, fifth, reverse. Just like that, guys. What y'all think about that? Let me put the center console on there and let y'all see how this is gonna look once it's all put together. All right. Okay, guys, here's the finished product. The only thing I need to do is get a bigger boot to cover up this whole hole. But there it is, man. Okay. Okay, so we got my first, second, third, fourth, fifth, reverse. Bam. Dunzo. Okay, that's how it is, guys. What it do? Custom shifter for the Mercedes. Oh, I put the shifter on backwards. That's what I'm just noticing right now. Let me flip it. Oh, wham. There it is. There it is, guys. What it do? Okay. So this is what had to happen on my ashtray. I had to cut it out like that to the bottom. I'm still gonna be able to keep my cigarette lighter, but as you can see, everything's there. Look, see? And I'm right here where I wanted to be, guys, where my arm is perfectly in the spot where I need it to be. So once I make that boot, this is gonna look like nothing ever happened, guys. What it do, man? All right, guys, I'll keep y'all posted with more videos on the Mercedes. More stuff's coming up. I'm waiting for my ECU to get here, and we're gonna get going on that too, man. All right, guys.